Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am at National Bookstore and I'm going to do a school supplies haul for all of you guys because school is starting on June 14 and I want you to know what I bought, so maybe you too can take that as an inspiration. So yeah, this video is not intended for bragging or what kind of store. So I used to just see National Bookstore in commercials and I was so glad that it came to town in our city. It provided more convenience to families and students alike. National Bookstore is also a family place because if you look around, there are dads, moms, sisters browsing around books and school supplies, and I think that's a very nice way of spending time. Hey guys, so I just got home from National Bookstore and I will now be showing you the stuff that I bought earlier. And I might be also giving some school tips and study tips for this incoming school year. And maybe you can get to my advices and apply it to yourself. So I'm now in my senior year, which means I'm going to be a lot busier than I was last year. I need to be prepared. Talaga. Okay, so let's start. Okay guys, so the first item that I have is very important and the most basic of all school supplies. Yellow pad paper or the intermediate paper. I say it's important because you basically need it every day in your lives. It's used for a surprise quiz, recitation, or whatever. Basta you need it talaga. Tsaka guys, isa pa. Alam naman natin sa school, diba? Meron talaga yung source of paper. So if you're the source of paper, please take my advice. If you have one whole pad of paper, cut it in half. So you'll leave the other one behind. When the first half runs out, you get another extra half in your house. Effective rin yung tagbuin mo na lang talaga, so no one will see you have paper. So the next thing that I have are the binder refillables. I don't know what they're called. I prefer buying these because it's a lot cheaper than buying one whole binder or separate notebooks. Especially if you're in senior high, the teacher won't require you to have any individual notebooks anymore depending on your school. So to minimize the expenses, I just refill this with these. And this was my notebook during grade 11. And I don't have to buy another one because I have refillables with me. Next up is another individual notebook from Beko. I use this for the Arts GP. I don't know if you have that in your school, but we're required to write about something every week. So I put it in here. Next up are the pencils from Faber-Castell. It also comes with an eraser, so I saved more than buying an individual eraser and a pencil. It comes together, which means it's cheaper. ABM students need these for accounting or business math or finance. We frequently solve problems and some of them require neatness and you wouldn't want to disappoint the teacher. And next, I have 2 pieces of manila paper because you'll never know when the teacher requires you to make an abrupt report. So kapag biglaan yung pag-report, at least you have a spare manila paper at your house so you can write immediately. And I think it's cheaper than going to the mall, because first you have to account for your fare. But guys, if you don't want the manila paper and you want a brighter visual aid and a cleaner visual aid, I bought white cartolina because I personally think that these are neater, more appealing to the eyes compared to the manila paper. And guys, of course, to complement the manila paper and the cartolina, I also bought a permanent marker from Pilot. It's broad because it makes my handwriting look good. The reason why I'm buying a lot of stuff for things that aren't there yet, because I want to be prepared, no? I don't want to cram or procrastinate or go to a mall immediately just for a report. I hope that this would be effective for you as well. And guys, I think that a correction tape is very important for a student because just like what I said, you wouldn't want to disappoint the teacher with your dirty paper, right? So when you make an erasure, you use a correction tape so it looks neater. I think it's very important for a student to buy glue or an adhesive just in case. Yeah, just in case. I bought 2 types of glue. The first one is the glue stick, which is not liquid. The second one is the Elmer's glue liquid glue. It really depends on how strong you want the material to be, if that makes any sense. And guys, I bought some tapes with me because I really appreciate how important it is for a student to have adhesives because you'll never know. So I have a scotch tape right here and the double-sided tape for arts and craft projects. And guys, of course, a sharpener. This sharpener is very small, so I like it because you can keep it anywhere as long as you're not clumsy. hindi ka tanga na hindi siya mawawala. If you have this kind of sharpener, just keep it intact in your pencil case. Instead of buying a ball pen, I bought a G-Tech refill instead. I'm a G-Tech user since grade 9 because I like the way it makes my handwriting look good even though it's not. So what I do so I can minimize expenses is I buy a refill for my ball pen so I don't get to buy another ball pen again. I saved a lot compared to buying a new G-Tech ball pen. Guys, I personally think that students nowadays should start buying highlighters. I personally think that these are effective when it comes to studying because you get to remember the details quicker and accurately compared to a book with no highlight at all. So I just want to share how I study with the highlighter. So I use the green highlighter for the names, the facts, the main subject. And I use the orange highlighter for the sub-subject, you know what I mean? The thing that defines the fact. So for example, I see the word marketing, so I highlight it with a green highlighter. Then if I want to memorize the definition, I highlight it with an orange highlighter. Because by that way, you get to segregate the information, okay? Okay! Of course, where would I put all my ball pens, all my pencils, all my erasers, sharpeners, or whatever without a pencil case, right? I like being organized, so I bought a pencil case. I actually had an old pencil case, this one, but it started getting weaker na. And by weaker, I mean having ripped corners and torn sides, so I don't know if it's durable anymore. I used this for 3 years. Next up is the ruler, because I broke mine last year. And if you're still in your junior high years, I think this is really useful, especially in trigonometry and geometry. But I personally like to use this for arts and crafts. Pero guys, one hack for a ruler is an ID, a school ID. And guys, lastly, we have the scissors for arts and craft again. I lost my scissors last year, so now I'm determined to keep this. So I hope this doesn't get lost as well. And scissors are always useful. They never run out of use. So guys, that's everything that I bought, and I think that's under 500 pesos. And I just want to share to you my scientific calculator because every student needs this, I swear. I can't even start emphasizing how important this is for a student, especially in mathematics, because as the years go by, the math will become harder and more complicated. It's kind of expensive, but it will last you a lifetime if you keep it, of course. So that's all for today, guys, and I hope you learned a lot from my school supplies haul and from my small study tips. If you haven't bought any school supplies yet, you might consider looking at this video and getting some stuff which I said. So we're about to embark on another school year, which I think is going to be tougher than the rest of my years because it's going to be the last year of my high school. And if you're not on grade 12, well, I suggest that you enjoy first the remaining years that you have before you go to the peak of your high school life. If you like this video, please don't forget to give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell button beside it, so you'll get notified when I make a new video. That's all for today, guys. Kung hey Fat Choy, have a good school year ahead of you. Okay guys, so I forgot something. Na-realize ko lang pag-akyat ko na ng room. It's an expandable filing folder which I think every student needs to file his paperworks and requirements and quizzes. Kasi maraming teachers humihingi ng mga exams and quizzes and paperwork for the requirements in their subjects for clearance. So I think that this school year should be the year na hindi ka mawawala ng requirements. So I realized I've been saying folder all this time. It's actually an envelope. Comment down below if you get confused between an envelope and a folder because I am. So guys, it's an envelope, okay? It's an envelope.